Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us for another session of Empower Your Life through Spiritual Practices. And that's what we're here to do. And I invite you, our followers, or watchers, whether you're watching this live or whether you're watching this recording, please give this video a heart or a thumbs up and let us know in the comments field where you're watching from. And if you have any questions, comments, anything you would like to share about anything to do with these spiritual practices that we're going to be doing this session, please do let me know in the comments field. I'm happy to help you and support you on your spiritual journey to empower your life through spiritual practices. So the practices that we're going to be doing today are going to be mostly taken from Realize Your Inner Potential. If you don't have this book, I highly recommend you get this book. It has over 40 different spiritual practices in there, designed to help you to realize your inner potential. And these practices did do that for, some of these practices that Dr. King, who was pictured here on the front cover, practices some of these exercises for 8 to 10 hours a day over a 10-year period. And through that dedication to his spiritual practice, which is something I'm nowhere near attaining that level of dedication yet, but I'm working towards it. I would like to work towards it. He was able to gain the higher states of consciousness known as samadhi, and able to connect with the divine essence within him more fully than most people on earth have ever done. And so that's what we're going to be exploring. These practices are designed to help uplift our hearts and minds, to help us to connect with that divine essence within. That's what these practices are meant to do. And it's all an essential part of accelerating our spiritual development, is to do these practices so we can come that little bit nearer to that connection with the divine essence within. So let's go ahead and start doing this. I invite you to close your eyes. Keep the back straight, shoulders relaxed. Breathing deeply and evenly. And let us go within and resolve to ourselves. Set the intention, if you wish, that you will go deeper into your spiritual practice than ever before. You're going to make this practice session the most impactful, uplifting, healing, connecting with the divine practice session. And resolve within your heart and your mind to really focus, concentrate, and dedicate yourself as fully as you possibly can to this guided practice session. So I'll be leading you in through a series of spiritual practices, step by step, starting with a visualization of a brilliant white light. Allow a spotlight, a pure white light flowing down from above the top of your head, down a column of living, vivid, vibrant white light flowing down upon your head. See this white light flowing down through the brain, charging the brain up, cleansing, purifying, healing, dissolving any shadows in the brain as it flows down, bringing tremendous healing power as this white light flows down through the head, neck, shoulders, releasing, removing, dissolving any unnecessary strain, stress, anxiety, are being dissolved as this white light flows down, rejuvenating, resetting, healing, uplifting, cleansing, purifying. White light as it flows down the arms, down through the chest, down through the abdomen, hips, thighs, knees. Feel as though everything is rejuvenating, becoming balanced, harmonized, healed. Allow this power to flow down through you. Offer no resistance to this power as it flows down through the knees, the legs, the ankles, feet, cleansing, purifying, harmonizing, white light. Imagine as though if somebody could see you right now, they would see you being lit up, brighter than ever before, with this brilliant white light. Now detach from that practice and let us think down to the sacred goddess, the Mother Earth, the living, breathing, feeling being who has given us all a home, a beautiful home, upon which we can gain essential experience. And let us request from her, request from the Mother Earth, her violet fire, her violet flame, and see this beautiful, vivid, violet flame flowing upwards through the feet, up through the ground, through your feet, around your feet, through the aura, as this violet flame flows upwards, through the knees, the thighs, the hips, the lower abdomen, the chest, flowing through and around the physical body, filling the whole aura, the physical body, as this white light, as this violet flame continues to flow upwards through the chest, neck, head, flowing up 20, 30 feet above the top of your head. See yourself sitting or seated in a beautiful violet fire. Just allow this power to flow. If you find it hard to visualize, just know, feel, believe, mentally request the violet flame to flow through you, and allow your mind to bathe in this violet flame for a few seconds. Now detach from that practice and let us focus our attention on our breathing process, keeping the spine straight, shoulders relaxed, chin tilted slightly upwards to relieve any tension from the back of the neck. Breathing deeply and evenly through the nostrils with the mouth closed. Make the in-breath the same length as the out-breath, in your own time, in your own natural rhythm, using my words as guidance points, not as timing points. Surrender to this practice of balancing the in-breath and the out-breath. Knowing that by doing so you can help to bring about tranquility, balance, peace. Feel the vibration of peace flowing into you with each in-breath. If you find the out-breath is shorter than the in-breath or vice versa, just instruct your breathing to come into balance, into harmony, making them the exact same length. This is a very important aspect of the science of breath control for our well-being, for improving our well-being. And at the end of each out-breath, pull in your belly button inwards and upwards. And by doing so, you'll feel an extra expulsion of air from the bottom of the lungs. Thereby you are emptying more fully your lungs, thereby allowing a longer, deeper inhalation. Really relax into this practice. If your mind begins to wander, just bring it back, keep bringing it back with compassion, with love, with understanding to the focal point of this practice of equalizing the in-breath and the out-breath. Now, if you wish to add another layer to this practice, I invite you to visualize a brilliant white light streaming in with each in-breath. This is another way to potentize, to strengthen, to amplify the benefit of this powerful practice of yoga, deep breathing. So I invite you to visualize a brilliant white light flowing in with each in-breath, charging you up from head to toe, filling the whole aura, the mind, the body. Every aspect of your being is being charged, is being lit up like never before. With each in-breath, the white light is allowed to come in. Just offer no force to this, no resistance to this. Just allow this white light to pour into you with each in-breath, whilst keeping the in-breath and the out-breath equalized. Imagine if somebody could see you right now, they would see you becoming brighter and brighter and brighter with each in-breath. You are training your brain, your mind, to become a more powerful magnet for spiritual power, for divine light, which all your internal organs, your circulatory system, your nervous system, your muscles, your bones, your ligaments, your tendons, your nadis, your chakras, your aura, your mind. All aspects of our being will benefit from this extra input, intake of light, of pranic energy, of chi energy. Feel as though you're bringing in, attracting more and more power into yourself with each in-breath. Allow it to permeate every aspect of your being, cleansing, purifying, harmonizing. Know it, feel it, believe it. Nothing else matters, nobody else matters. This is your time to nourish your mind and body with a tremendous power of prana, which is in limitless supply all around us. Gradually quieten the breath, lengthen the breath, quieten the breath, deepen the breath, whilst keeping the in-breath and the out-breath equal, pulling in your belly button inwards and upwards towards the spine at the end of each out-breath, thereby allowing you to take in a longer, deeper inhalation. Feel your whole body, mind, aura is reacting to this extra intake, to this intake of spiritual power, of light. Know that the cells of your bodies are being filled with this white light. Let us continue with this practice in silence for the next 2 minutes. Now let us detach from this practice and let's go back to visualizing the white light flowing down, a column of vivid, living white light streaming down upon your head, flowing down through the head, neck, shoulders, filling the whole of your body with white light. Allow this, feel this, see this, feel this, flowing through you, cleansing, purifying, healing, transmuting, balancing white light. Allow it to continue to stream down like water through a river, flowing down through you, healing, uplifting, transmuting, dissolving all barriers to a deeper connection to who you truly are. Allow these barriers to become thinner and thinner, and gradually dissolving. The veils of ignorance are being removed from your inner vision as we move towards a deeper connection to that which we truly are. I am the divine presence, which is creating perfection throughout my whole life. I am the divine presence, which is creating perfection throughout my whole life. I am the divine presence, which is creating perfection throughout my whole life. Repeat this affirmation with feeling, with meaning, with intensity, using every facet of your being to express this truth, to anchor this truth of who you are and what you are here to do deep into your cellular memory, into your subconscious mind. Imprint this, lodge this deeply into your psyche, this essential truth, this empowering, confidence-building truth that we will now engage with for the next few minutes. I am the divine presence which is creating perfection throughout my whole life. I am the divine presence which is creating perfection throughout my whole life. I am the divine presence which is creating perfection throughout my whole life. I am the divine presence which is creating perfection throughout my whole life. I am the divine presence which is creating perfection throughout my whole life. I am the divine presence which is creating perfection throughout my whole life. I am the divine presence which is creating perfection throughout my whole life. I am the divine presence which is creating perfection throughout my whole life. I am the divine presence which is creating perfection throughout my whole life. I am the divine presence which is creating perfection throughout my whole life. I am the divine presence which is creating perfection throughout my whole life. I am the divine presence which is creating perfection throughout my whole life. I am the divine presence which is creating perfection throughout my whole life. I am the divine presence which is creating perfection throughout my whole life. I am the divine presence which is creating perfection throughout my whole life. I am the divine presence which is creating perfection throughout my whole life. I am the divine presence which is creating perfection throughout my whole life. I am the divine presence which is creating perfection throughout my whole life. I am the divine presence which is creating perfection throughout my whole life. I am the divine presence which is creating perfection throughout my whole life. I am the divine presence which is creating perfection throughout my whole life. I am the divine presence which is creating perfection throughout my whole life. I am the divine presence which is creating perfection throughout my whole life. I am the divine presence which is creating perfection throughout my whole life. I am the divine presence which is creating perfection throughout my whole life. I am the divine presence which is creating perfection throughout my whole life. Once more. I am the divine presence which is creating perfection throughout my whole life. Relax the arms, relax the shoulders. Continue to visualize the white light flowing down like a spotlight of the divine. Allow this power to release, remove and dissolve all barriers, all obstacles, to a deeper connection with the truth of who you are. The divine essence, the divine spirit, the divine presence, which is creating perfection throughout your whole life. Allow this power to continue to flow down, melting away, dissolving all impediments, all resistance, all that no longer serves you is just melting away, dissolving, empowering, healing, uplifting white light streaming down through you. Let's raise the hands with the palms facing away from your body and allow this white light to stream down through the arms, out through the chakras in the palms of the hands where we have powerful energy radiators here, and allow these 3 beams of white light from the palms of the hands and the heart chakra, which is a few inches in front of the bottom of the breastbone, to flow outwards as we radiate this energy outwards as another spiritual practice to help bring healing, upliftment, some form of divine intervention throughout our world. O divine creator, feel free to join in with these words if you wish, or just allow the white light to stream out through the palms of the hands and the heart chakra. O divine creator, we open our hearts and minds to thy wondrous presence, requesting to be used as channels for your vibrant power to shine forth through us now. May this power encircle our beautiful world. May this power shine forth into the mind belt of our world, bringing strength, healing, upliftment, hope, guidance, protection, peace. Wherever this energy is most needed upon our world, we offer this power to Thee, O God, to use as You see fit, to help bring some form of divine intervention throughout our suffering world. And we ask, O wondrous God, that this light may shine forth into the hearts and minds of all the peoples of the world now, wherever they may be. May they be risen up by this energy radiation to a greater realization of the divine limitless power within them all. And may they be guided by this light, by this God realization within them, to build a greater, better, brighter future for themselves and for all. And we ask, O wondrous God, that Your power may shine forth upon all those who have joined in with this guided practice room. Empower Your life through spiritual practices. May all those who are joining in live and those who will be watching the recording be now and forever blessed by the power of Almighty God at this time. May they be healed, uplifted, guided, protected, risen up to a greater realization of their divinity now. Thank you for listening to our prayer. Thank you for allowing us to be instruments of spiritual change and global transformation on this day. May your divine will be done. Let's lower the hands. Go into the silence for a few moments. Scan the body and mind. Observe and acknowledge any shifts, any reactions, any impressions. How do you feel after doing this practice session? And when you're ready, tap on your knees and your legs, bring yourself back into the physical space. And welcome back, one and all. And let me know how you guys are feeling after this. If you wish to share any feedback, please do let us know. And I would be happy to read them out and give you guys a shout out. And we have Deborah watching from Kent. Hi Deborah, glad you could join us. David Ash is watching from Wiltshire. Great creative visualizations, he says. Thank you for that, David. Duncan's also watching from London. Thank you, Duncan, for watching. Deborah's also saying, I felt the dissolving barriers as Ayub Malik said it. It was much deeper than an intellectual understanding. Amazing experience. I now know what dissolving barriers feels like. My chest and shoulders, thank you. Thank you for that, Deborah. Wonderful experience. Amazing. Thank you for sharing. Duncan gives a nice, beautiful white heart. Thank you for that, Duncan. And that brings us to the end of our session. And please do, if you're new to these practice sessions, please do check out our event section. Where we will be listing all the events that are taking place throughout the coming week, most of which are free, and you're warmly invited to come and join us for that. And those which are require you to have this book, Realize Your Inner Potential, I highly recommend you get this book, because it will open up more doors, more opportunities to accelerate your spiritual growth and development. So I highly recommend you get this book if you don't have it, Realize Your Inner Potential by Dr. George King with Richard Lawrence. And it will open up more doors. We do various spiritual healing events. If you want to receive healing, you can do so through the spiritual healing yourself and others on Tuesday evenings. We have World Healing and Prayer on Friday mornings. We have Pray to Improve Yourself on Wednesdays. And we have many other events as well, spiritual study book clubs, where we study this book together as part of a group. And you're warmly invited to check those out in the event section of our Facebook group. Also, we're running a 4-week program called Empower Your Life Through Spiritual Practices. If you're interested in joining that program, please do let me know, and I could send you the details for that. The deadline for that is Friday, this coming Friday next week, and we're starting the program on Saturday the 1st of June, which is the next week Saturday, and so you're warmly invited to join us for that. This is a great opportunity to build spiritual practices into your everyday life. And you can also bring in other habits that you may want to change, maybe on a dietary level or an exercise level. But this program is meant to be around integrating spiritual practices into your everyday life. And we've had some amazing feedback from people who've done this before. And I would love for you to experience the tremendous power and benefit of doing these practices. You can also, one of the benefits of doing this 4-week practice program, is that you will also have the opportunity to buddy up with somebody else, so you can have an accountability buddy, and also receive email support and support through the Facebook group as well. So thank you all for listening and joining in with this guided practice session. God bless each and every one of you. Namaste.